Hey, what's up, improvers? Justin Winstead coming to you here, and I've got a question for you. I am so curious today to know how much time, how much money, how much effort you invest in your own personal and professional growth. What do I mean by that? I'm just curious, do you have any idea how much you're spending on books that you read, nonfiction books that would help you grow? Do you spend time going to conferences, attending workshops, webinars, seminars? Do you make yourself a part of some type of professional development groups? Are you giving your energy towards not just maintaining what you already know and what you can already do, but are you improving your skills? Are you sharpening your understanding of your craft? Are you continuing to try to develop yourself and grow yourself personally and professionally? And if you are, and I figure most of you are at some level, how do you go about making the choice on where to invest that time and money and energy? How do you choose option A over option B? And is this sporadic or is this systematic? Is it just kind of how you feel about it in the moment? Or is this how you really have a routine, or you have some principles that help guide you in that? So would you do me a big favor? Would you comment below or send me a message or an email and let me know how you approach your idea of personal growth, professional growth, and developing your skills and continuing to get sharper and better and grow in your understanding? Now, you may be wondering, well, Justin, what's your rule? How do you go about this? And what I can tell you is that the true answer is that it's really been inconsistent a lot in my life. And there's been times where I wasn't doing any personal growth. I didn't read at all. I didn't attend any kind of workshops or conferences. And other than maybe going to church or occasionally seeing an informative YouTube video, there wasn't much growth happening at all. Then there's been other seasons where I was like head deep into just learning all types of stuff. I was surrounding myself with people who were challenging me to take massive strides towards my goals and my dreams. I was reading books like crazy, and I was really involved in tons of different groups. Now I do feel like I have found more of a balance. And part of that is by implementing what Brian Tracy calls is the 3% principle. Now, in actuality, mine is probably a little bit more than 3% because I'm a little bit of a junkie for this kind of thing. It's not just growth for me, it's actually something I enjoy. I know I'm a nerd, you can say it. And so this 3% principle, though, by Brian Tracy essentially says that if you want to continue to investing in yourself, to make yourself and what you bring to the table an appreciating asset, meaning that it is growing in value over time, and not just intrinsic value, but value that you can share with others to serve them, to make an impact, but also to increase whatever you're trying to accomplish, to increase your chances of success, however you define that. So if you are making $100,000 a year, according to this 3% principle, this 3% rule, then you would invest $3,000 into your own growth. And so you can do the math on that. If you're making half that, are you spending $1,500? If you're making double that, are you spending $2,000 or $6,000 rather? And so ask yourself, are you investing at least 3%? And look, you can invest less than that. It doesn't mean you're going to go out of business or get fired from your job or things are going to spiral out of control. But what it does mean is that you might plateau. You may just reach a stagnant little spot in your growth where your chart no longer has an upward trajectory on it, but it's kind of flatlining. And so if you find yourself stuck right now, if you find yourself not really moving the way you want to move, have you stopped investing in yourself? Or maybe you're investing, but you're investing way less than the 3%. So you're throwing a few dollars here and there, buying a book, sporadically, or going to an event here and there, but you're not really intentionally and habitually making sure that you are growing personally and professionally. So there's lots of different ways that you can do this, whether it be podcasts, nonfiction books, webinars, events that you attend, speakers that you get connected with and follow that are imparting information and wisdom and encouragement to you. So I definitely challenge you to go out and do that. Of course, I would be remiss if I didn't invite you to join us in our Improver movement. And so there's a couple of ways that you can do that. One is by connecting with me over at Improver Coach. And I love to work with individuals and small or medium-sized teams to help you figure out where you need to grow and where you should be investing, and help you identify blind spots and potentials and risk in your life and in your business to help you be more of who it is you aspire to be. So if you're interested in any of that type of thing on the coaching side, I'm here for you. We also have a group-based coaching program that also involves networking together. And maybe that's something you would really love. It's not just getting content and coaching to help you develop yourself and grow, but also to have the right connections and community to do that. If so, we would invite you to join the Improver Network, become one of our members, and we promise you that if you will stick with us, you will experience growth. And one thing that we are doing that's coming up very soon is I want to invite you to our Improver Network Legacy Summit. Now, this is going to be an incredible event. We're bringing in some top-notch speakers from all around to come in and impart some wisdom and encouragement and knowledge to you. And so some of these things will be real broad topic workshops like learning and living out your purpose, leaving a legendary legacy. So real powerful stuff, your self-confidence and silencing the inner critics. So some of those big emotional and big life issues. We're also going to do some real technical stuff like how do you launch a podcast, or what's the right way to think about and go about doing social media and video and content compounding. So there's going to be all kinds of workshops to help people grow. We're going to hit relationships. What about your inner circle? What about using passion and the power of your story to reach others? Those are all areas that you potentially would like to grow in to help you experience some success and some impact in your personal and professional life. So if you go to improver.network/summit, you can get tickets there. But regardless if you're connecting with me as the Improver Coach or the Improver Network, we want to make sure and just encourage you and challenge you to be investing in yourself. Find someone who can challenge you, who can pour into you. Go get a nonfiction book or two. Spend some time reading. That 3% rule shouldn't really just apply to the amount of money that you spend, but potentially it could apply to the amount of time and focus and energy you spend as well. I'm not really good at math, as you already were able to see earlier, but the quick math in my head tells me that if you take 52 weeks in a year times 24 hours in a day, and then if you take that number and then do about 3% of that and account for the weeks in the year when you're on vacation or holidays, so take out about 4 weeks or so. And what that should average out to be is that most weekdays especially, that you should be spending about an hour to an hour and a half a day investing in your own growth, investing in reading and learning, so that you're not just pouring out all the time. You're not just striving and sweating and working and getting stuff done, because that's how people a lot of times burn out, is they pour out without filling up. So ask yourself, are you spending a few $1,000s a year on your personal and professional growth? And are you spending an hour to an hour and a half a day on the average growing yourself? If not, go and do that, because that's really a key to being an improver, which also means improving your results, improving the life that you have. If we can be of any help to you, you reach out. Otherwise, you stay good and keep getting better.